Most people think that Bangkok looks like this, because this is the 5% that you see online. Swadee Cup, Indi Dornarat Su Kung Tep the Cup. And today we're going to find the Bangkok that 95% of tourists never find. I lived in Bangkok for around about 5 years. So to be honest with you, I don't really feel like a tourist here. I feel as if it's a second home to me. And when you've lived here for a while, you realise the tourist areas, they're loud, but they're not the real city. This is the Bangkok tourists never see. Errands, gyms, cafes, restaurants, groceries. These are the things that actually make a city livable. And if you were actually living here, this is the type of area you'd be in every week. This is where real life happens.
And honestly, once you're inside, it doesn't feel touristy at all. It's just people getting on with their daily lives. This is the Bangkok you end up living in week after week.
Swadee Cup. Swadee Cup, sabadi mai. Our avocado shake นะครับใส่นมแล้วก็หวานน้อยนะครับโอเคนะขอบคุณครับเท่าไหร่ครับ55 บาทโอเคครับ We are, this is Union Mall, and this is a local little shopping mall in the district of Lad Phra, and this is the exact example that I meant about the hidden parts of Bangkok that tourists never see. And if you'd be living here, you'd be able to access this type of place. It's very convenient. A lot of the local residents come here and they've got all types of local shops here to sample. So it really is a great option to have. And these are the types of options that you're looking for in terms of a place to live. If you're living in Bangkok, being able to come to these great local options. And then there's this, one of the largest parks right next to one of the biggest markets in the whole of Thailand. Oh, what a lovely view. Beautiful nature right in the heart of the city. So if your idea of Bangkok is Asok, Sukhumvit and Chatuchak, that's literally the loudest 5% of the city. For me, what works so well with Bangkok is that you can get the busyness and the action of the city when you want it. However, you can also get the calm from a place of nature like this when you need it. So that's the everyday side of Bangkok, the version that I got to know when I lived here. Let's take you somewhere completely different again, behind one of the busiest streets in the whole city. Bangkok has these tiny borders where the city completely shifts without warning. And just a few minutes from Chinatown, look where we are. You step into a completely different world. Welcome to Paruhat Market, also known as Dalad Paruhat in Thai, a neighbourhood that's been here for over a century. But most visitors don't make it this far. These family shops have been here for over 3 generations, or some even for 4 generations. This isn't the Bangkok that you see on postcards. It's slower, more layered and more human. And I used to come here sometimes when I used to live in Bangkok, and I feel like here is where the city takes a breath. A lot of Bangkok's wedding outfits, stage costumes, and even festival clothes start their lives right here in these alleys. People visit Chinatown once and assume Bangkok is 100% chaos and noise. But if you step back one street, you'll realise that that's your 5% version of the city. Lovely little hot masala tea. Great authentic Indian taste. Bangkok isn't just one story, it's hundreds happening side by side. But you only get to experience it if you slow down and go to the places that the locals do. Now I want to show you one last neighbourhood, and it's right beside one of Bangkok's most famous landmarks, and almost nobody ever sees it. Most people come here for a quick photo and then leave. But if you walk a few steps further, this is where the real life is happening. You can cross the river and get lunch here for what, 50 or 60 baht? People pay more for that than a cocktail across the river. This is Wang Lang Market, also known as Dalat Wang Lang, and it's a local market here across the river that you can experience on a regular basis if you're living here. So it's not just tourist hype, it's actually a place where the locals come to eat and enjoy it. It's a great local market. You have a lot of options here in terms of foods. Turn around here, see a little sushi place and a great option there if you want a bit of sushi and Japanese food. As you can see, we have a lot of fresh produce here. So if you're into grocery shopping, you can get some fresh produce from this market. So if we keep moving along, plenty of fresh fruit as well to make our way through. So as you can see, this is a great market, great local market. Lots of choices here for everything that you might want. And certainly not a place that tourists will know. It's crazy to think that tourists are just down the river at Wat Arun, whilst this neighbourhood here stays in a way undiscovered. And honestly, this is one of the main reasons why I used to love living in Bangkok and why I'll keep coming back here again and again. Because these type of places are hidden gems that you can experience if you live here. So if you're thinking of moving to Bangkok, don't judge it by the loudest 5%, because you're just one turn away or one soy away from the real, livable, everyday life of the city. Bangkok was home to me for several years, and the more you explore the culture, the people, the food, the language, the neighbourhoods, the more the city opens up to you. And that's what I want to show you in these videos. The side of Bangkok that you only discover once you've actually lived here. So stay tuned for the next video where we're going to do a deeper dive on one of the neighbourhoods that I think is one of the trendiest and most awesome neighbourhoods in the whole of the city, and somewhere that you might want to consider as an option if you're thinking of moving to Bangkok. So feel free to subscribe and tap the notification bell if you wish to see some more authentic and lived in experience here in Bangkok. My name is Mr. Henners, and I'll see you in the next one.